Hey friends, what's up? What's happening? My name is Ray. Thank you for tuning into this class. Today's yoga flow is going to be a 45-minute, maybe 50-minute flow. It'll be nice and challenging, but open level. So if you are not really a very experienced yogi, you can still do this class. I will provide some options to not go so difficult in certain poses. You can give it a shot and see how it is for you. If maybe you don't get through the entire sequence or practice the first time, you can simply repeat and practice. That's what yoga is all about. All you need is a mat, maybe a block if you use a block. We're going to be folding in certain positions where you might want to use a block in order to sort of elevate the floor and have a easier fold. And that's it, your breath. As always, we want to see this as a really consistent breathing exercise or breathing meditation. That's what yoga is all about. Yoga is about breathing through all these different postures, and it's arguably more important than the simple postures here. They're not simple, but the postures. Great, so let's get started. We will start at the back of our mat in a Vajrasana position. If this is hard for you, you can always put a pillow between the shins and the thighs, or you can sit on a block. All right, so let's have a seat at the back of our mat in Thunderbolt pose. Hips seated back onto the heels, extending that spine, lengthening that spine, reaching the crown of the head up towards the sky. And let's just get into our bodies, get comfortable, start to deepen our breaths, getting ready for our practice. Coming to a breathing rhythm that you might be able to maintain, or you will be able to maintain throughout the entire practice. Maybe setting a quick intention. It could be anything you want it to be. Maybe to get through this practice as best you can, focusing on the breath, keeping that mouth closed throughout the entire practice. Let's bring the hands to the chest in prayer, interlace the fingers. And then on our inhale, we're going to extend these arms up, like a nice good morning stretch. Exhale, bring the hands back down, up, back into prayer. Interlace the fingers, inhale, reach those arms up. Exhale, swing those arms back down, back to chest. Interlace the fingers, inhale, reach those arms up. Exhale, swing those hands down. Good, let's bring the right hand out to the side. Inhale, reach that left arm up. We're simply taking a side stretch here on the left, keeping that tilt in the chest upwards, not letting it collapse. Focusing on that breath, breathing into the parts of the body that we are stretching or working. Inhale, come back up to center, bring the left hand out to the left side. Inhale, reach that right arm up and over. Side stretch on the right side. Feeling your rib cage open up, the obliques open up. Breathing here. Inhale, come back to center. Let's bring the hands to the chest again. Interlace the fingers. We're going to do a cat-cow, but in this seated position. So exhale, reach those arms forward. Arch the spine, really reaching forward. And then we inhale, bring the arms back in cactus. Opening up the chest. Exhale, bring the fingers together. Reach the hands forward, arching the spine. Inhale, opening up that chest, arms in cactus, 90 degrees at the elbows. Exhale, interlace the fingers, last one, reach the hands forward. Inhale, open up that chest, bring the arms behind you. Exhale, bring the hands back to your chest. Recall that intention. Take a deep breath here. Good, let's come into a tabletop. We're going to do some twists here. We're going to move through thread the needle. So take an inhale, reach that right arm up. Point those fingers up towards the ceiling. And then as we exhale, you swing that arm down and to the left. Bring that shoulder down. Inhale, reach back up. Exhale, let's twist to the left. Inhale, open up the chest. Reach that arm up. Exhale, swing that right hand to the left. Inhale, come back to center. Let's do the opposite side. So inhale, reach that left arm up. Exhale, swing that arm down, over to the right, through, thread the needle. Inhale, open up. Exhale, reach back through. Inhale, open up. Exhale, reach through. Inhale, back to tabletop. Good. Tuck those toes. Move the hands slightly closer to your knees. We're going to warm up the wrists here. So move forward and backward. Press into the fingers. Focus on that index and thumb. Moving back and forward a few times. Good. Now move forward and stay there. So you're activating the wrists, and then we're going to simply rotate clockwise. Continuing to warm up the wrists a few times here, 2 or 3. Move at your own pace. Switch sides. Remember to focus on that breath. Good. Now point the fingers towards the knees. So we're going to get a nice stretch for our forearms. Sit back into the heels. Maybe bend one elbow and then the other. Really feeling this nice stretch. Always good to keep the wrists healthy and the feet healthy. It's what we use in our bodies all the time. We're always on the feet. We're always using our hands, our wrists, especially in yoga. A lot of the postures put pressure on both. Good. Sit up. Sit back onto the toes, or the heels rather. Feel the nice stretch in the toes. Shake out the wrists. Maybe rotate, clasp the fingers together, and just kind of rotate left and right. Good, let's all meet in a plank pose, high plank. Reach those hands forward, legs back. Press into the fingers, a nice solid plank. Let's hang out here for a few breaths. Maybe engaging that ujjayi, so the ocean breath. Trying to keep that going throughout the entire practice. Good, we're going to drop the hips to both sides. So move on to the right edge, the outside edge of your right foot. Drop those hips to the right. And then to the other side. Feeling the opening in the side body here. Just a few times. Let's do one more each side. Good. Back to plank pose. Take a deep breath here. Exhale. Downward dog. Press into the fingers. Reach the chest towards your thighs. Pressing in to the hands. Pressing out of the shoulders.
Bending one knee and then the other if that's what you want to do. It's our first downward dog, so ease into it. Let's hold this for just a few breaths. Keep good form here, so keep pressing your chest towards the thighs. As we exhale, let's walk the hands back towards the feet. Fold forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. Good. Inhale, bend those knees, roll up the spine. Swing those arms up. Exhale, hands to chest in prayer. Inhale, swing those arms up. Exhale, we fold forward. Inhale, lift up halfway, straighten that spine. Exhale, walk the hands back to plank. Holding this plank for just 3 breaths. Inhale, move forward, come high onto the toes. We're going to lower to chaturanga for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower all the way down. Good. Bring the hands out in front of you, elbows below the shoulders. We're coming into a Sphinx pose. Press those hands down onto the ground. Broaden the collarbones. Reach your shoulders away from your neck and your ears. Engage the glutes slightly. On your next exhale, let's lower the chest down. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders. Tuck those toes. Press up into a plank. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, come high onto the toes. Exhale, let's walk the feet forward to meet the hands for a forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, bend those knees, roll up the spine. Swing those arms up. Exhale, hands to chest, prayer. Inhale, swing the arms up. Exhale, we fold forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, step or hop those feet back. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog, open up the chest, broaden the collarbones. Exhale, downward dog. Good. Inhale, lift that right leg up. 3-legged dog. Press into the hands. Make sure your hips remain squared as much as possible. And your right shoulder doesn't lift up. So your right and left shoulder kind of at the same level. Let's do 3 calf raises here on the left calf. So lift up, come high onto the left toes. Lower. Lift the heel up. Lower. That's 2. Lift the heel up. Lower. That's 3. Let's do 2 more. Lift the heel up. Lower. Last one. Lift the heel up. Lower. Good. Bend that right knee. Open stack the hips. Reach that right knee up towards the sky. Breathing here. Inhale, straighten that right leg again. Come high onto the left toes. Exhale, bring that right foot between the hands. Good. Drop the left heel As you inhale, we swing those arms up into warrior two. Straighten those arms, keep the fingers together, gaze over your right fingers, broaden the collarbones, lower those shoulders away from the neck. Pressing into your right foot, the right big toe, the back foot, the outside of the back foot. Holding this nice warrior two. Maybe gazing down, making sure you can see your right big toe, maybe the first two toes. Good. Bring the left forearm to your lower back, so behind you. Inhale, reach that right arm up and over behind you for a reverse warrior. Back to warrior two. Extend that left arm back. Bring the right forearm down to your right thigh. Reach the left arm up and forward. Fingers pointing forward, opening up for side angle. Inhale, we come back to warrior two. Good. Holding this for a nice long time, that's the point. Breathing into it, meditating. Exhale, let's windmill the hands down. Inhale, bring that right foot up, back to three-legged dog. Exhale, right knee to the chest. We're going to come into a side plank here. So we're going to roll onto the outside of the left foot. Bring that right arm up. Bring the right foot back down behind you for wild thing. Open up the hips. Really reaching the hips up towards the sky. Press into that index and thumb on your left hand. There's a lot of pressure on the wrist. Exhale, let's lower. Keep the hips hovering. We're not bringing them down. Right arm points behind or in front of you. Inhale, reach the hips up. You can stay here in wild thing or reach your right knee towards the right armpit. Exhale, bring the foot back down. Lower the hips, keep them hovering. Inhale, reach up, wild thing or knee to armpit. Let's do one more. Bring the foot behind you. Exhale, we lower. Inhale, reach the hips up, wild thing or knee to armpit. Exhale, bring that right hand down. Inhale, we come up, three-legged dog. Holding here. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, right foot back between the hands. Drop the left heel. Inhale, back to a warrior two. Good. Take a deep breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Let's do two more. Deep breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Last one. Deep breath in. Open mouth. Exhale. Good. Now let's slowly start to extend that right leg. So straighten it. You can keep a little micro bend. You can maybe reduce the stance here. We're going to come into a triangle pose. So reach that right arm forward. Keep space in your side body. And then bring the hand down anywhere you want. You can use a block here, either on the ankle, on the foot, grabbing the toe, inside or outside the right foot, whatever you're comfortable with. Breathe here, keep space in the right side body. So you're not collapsing the rib cage, you're actually trying to create space and really feeling that nice stretch in the right hamstring and the left ribs, the left side body. Breathing here. Good.
Let's bend that right knee slightly. We're going to meet in a half moon. So if you want to shorten your stance, you can. Or simply reach that right arm forward. Lift the left leg. We meet in a half moon. You can also use a block, of course. Stack those hips. Open up the hips to the left. Open up the chest. Think of stacking those shoulders so they're almost in one line. Breathe here. Nice, very delicate balance. I love half moon. Beautiful pose. On our next inhale, let's swing up. Don't bring that left foot down. Swivel on the right hip. Bring the left knee up to the chest. And then let's bring that left foot to the inside of your right leg, anywhere above or below the knee. Hands in prayer at your chest. Gaze at one point. For balance, reach the left knee back. Feel that opening in the left hip. Maybe press those palms together. Engage that chest. Straighten your body as much as you can. Good. On our next inhale, we're going to come back into a half moon. So unhook that left foot, reach it behind you, bring the right hand down, left arm up, back into a half moon. Good. Let's do 3 breaths here. On our exhale, let's bring that left foot back slowly. Very nice, smooth transition. Back into warrior 2. Good. Inhale, bring the left hand anywhere on your left leg. Reach the right arm up and over. Warrior 2, reverse warrior rather. Come back to a warrior 2. Let's bring the right elbow or right forearm on the right thigh. Bring that right hand down. Reach that left arm up and over. Nice extended side angle. If you want, you can reach the right hand through the right and left leg to take a bind. So reach the left arm behind you. Grab your left wrist with your right hand if you can. Open up the body, so twist to the left. Maybe gaze over that left shoulder. If you want, you can straighten the right leg. Be careful here. Straighten as much as you're comfortable. Don't overextend. Don't do anything that is a little bit iffy in your body. Breathe here for 3, 2, 1. Bend that leg if you had it straightened. Release the bind. Let's reach back up to warrior 2. I know that right leg is talking to you. That's okay. Let's exhale, windmill the hands down. Inhale, reach that right leg back up for 3-legged dog. Exhale, reach the knee up towards the chest. Good. Now we're going to come into a side plank, this time on the other side. So we're going to move into the right hand. So drop that left heel. Grab the outside of your right foot with your left hand and then extend it forward. Press into the right hand. Use this balance and the grabbing of your left foot or your right foot to keep you balanced. Hold it here. Now release the right foot, but try and keep your right foot hovering. For 3, 2, 1, slowly lower it to the side. Good. Reach the hips up. Exhale, lower the hips all the way down. Good. That was not easy. If you did it, good for you. We're going to come into seated straddle forward fold, wide-legged forward fold. So widen the legs as much as you want. Inhale, straighten the spine. Straighten the arms up above you. Exhale, come forward as much as you can. Keep those hands passing the ears above your head. We're going to do a dynamic stretch, so we're going to do little bounces here in this position. So we'll do 10 bounces wherever you're comfortable at, whatever your range of motion is. So let's just start bouncing up and down. 10 times at your own pace. This will help deepen this stretch in the future. Good. And then after you finish 10, reach those arms wherever they reach in front of you, and we'll hold this forward fold for a few breaths. Breathing deeply in through the nose, out through the nose, coming back to that intention if you set one. Inhale, slowly walk the hands up or back to your groin. Bring that right hand behind you. We're going to do hip lifts, like hip presses. So the right hand is right behind your right glute. Reach that left arm up. Inhale, reach those hips up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, lower. 2 more. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, reach up. Good. Now bring that left hand down in front of you, next to the right. We're going to keep our right foot the way it is. Come onto the left toes. Now you can stay here. You can lower as much as you want to feel a stretch in the IT band, or you can do push-ups here. There's going to be more pressure in your right arm. That's okay, because we're going to do the other side. So 5 push-ups here. Lower the chest. Lift. Lower. Lift. Lower. Lift. 2 more. Lower. Lift. Last one. Lower. Lift. Good. Untuck the right foot. Let's reach it up and back. 3-legged dog. Good. Exhale. Bring the foot back down to meet the left, so we're in a regular downward dog here. Nice. Now, however you want to get there, you can step, float, handstand, whatever, up to the front of the mat. We're going to meet in a forward fold. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bend the knees, roll up the spine. Exhale, hands to chest in prayer. Inhale, let's swing those arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, step or float the feet back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, hips up and back, downward dog. Cool. We're going to do the other side. So inhale, lift that left leg up. Let's do 5 calf raises here. So lift that right heel up, high onto the toes, lower, lift, lower, lift, lower, lift, lower. Last one, lift, lower. Good. Bend that left knee, open, stack the hips. Feel the engagement of the left glute. Reach that left knee up towards the sky.
Straighten that left leg. Come high onto the right toes. Exhale, let's bring the left foot between the hands. Drop that right heel. Inhale, coming up to a warrior two. Make sure the right toes are a little bit inward, kind of at an inward angle, further in than the heels. Proud chest, roll those shoulders away from the neck, gaze over those fingers, make sure you can see your left toe, at least the first one. Bring that right forearm to your lower back. Inhale, reach the left arm behind you for a reverse warrior. Coming back to a warrior two. Left forearm to the left thigh, right arm up and over the head, reaching forward, side angle. Come back up, warrior two. Exhale, let's windmill the hands down. Inhale, left leg up, three-legged dog. Exhale, bring the left knee towards the chest. We're going to come onto that right edge of the right foot. Left arm up, side plank on the right. Bring that left foot behind you into a wild thing. Reach the hips up, press into the right fingers. You should just be on your left toes here, if you can, or at least aim to be only on your left toes. With time and practice, that will work. Exhale, let's lower the hips, keep them hovered. Inhale, back into wild thing or left knee towards the left armpit. 3 of these, however you want. Lower, lift. Lower, lift. Let's do one more. Lower, lift. Bring the left hand down. Left leg up and back, three-legged dog. Inhale, come high onto the left or right toes. Exhale, bring the left foot between the hands, reaching back up for warrior two. Good, you might feel your right shoulder. A lot of pressure, a lot of strength required for that. So good job. On your next inhale, let's start to straighten that left leg. We're coming into triangle. You can use a block here if you want, shorten your stance. Inhale, reach that left hand forward. Bring it down anywhere. Block. Left foot, inside of the left foot, outside of the left foot. Whatever you want. Keep space in the left side body. Right arm is reaching up. Let's bend that left leg. We're meeting in a half moon. However you want to get there. Slowly reach that left arm forward. Lift the right leg up. Opening your body towards the right. Gazing at one point. On your next inhale, let's swing our bodies up. We'll meet with our right knee towards the chest. And then hook that right foot anywhere on the inside of your left leg, above or below the knee. Get your balance here, hands to prayer or hands to chest in prayer. Reach that right knee backward. It's hard to balance on these mats. I gotta figure something else out. I don't normally practice for my personal practice on these mats because it's just hard to balance. But it's okay. We'll figure it out. On our next inhale, we're going to come back into a half moon. So reach that right leg back, left arm down in front of you, right arm up, half moon. 3 breaths here. Your left leg might be talking to you. Mine is definitely. That's okay. We breathe through it. That's the point of all this. It's to challenge ourselves. And when things get tough, we be present and we breathe. And then we can handle them better. On your next exhale, reach that right foot back. Slowly, we're moving our way back into Warrior Two. Good. Right hand down anywhere on your right leg. Reach, left arm back, reverse warrior. Inhale, come back, Warrior Two. Left forearm onto the left thigh. Right arm up and over. Bring that right or left hand down to the ground. If you can, extended side angle. If you want to take a bind here, then reach that left hand behind, right arm behind you. Grab the right wrist with the left hand. Twist. Really looking over that right shoulder. If you want, straighten the left leg as much as you can here. It's a difficult pose, but do whatever your body tells you. Let's bend our left leg. Unhook that bind. Let's come back up into a Warrior Two. Good. Whew, not easy. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, windmill the hands down. Inhale, reach that left leg back up for 3-legged dog. Inhale, come high onto the right toes. Exhale, left knee towards the chest. Now drop that right heel. We're coming into a side plank on the left side. Grab the outside of the left foot. Extend the leg. Right hand is grabbing the left foot, so it helps to keep you from falling back. Holding it here, really pressing into the left hand. Good. Now let go, keep the left foot hovering. Reach that right arm up. You can point the toes. 3, 2, 1. Drop the left foot. Reach those hips high. Take a deep breath here. Exhale. Let's lower the hips all the way down. Whew. Thanks for that. Bring the heels together, or the soles of the feet together. Coming into a butterfly. You can work the difficulty as you see fit. So remember, the closer the heels are to the pelvis, the harder this is. The further away, the easier it is. Or if you're not as flexible, it would be easier this way. So I'm pretty flexible in the hips, so I bring my heels pretty close to the groin. You can grab the toes. Inhale, lengthen that spine. Exhale, fold forward. Bring the hands out in front of you, forearms down if you want, if that works for you. Just a few breaths here. Dog hair everywhere. It's okay. Inhale, let's slowly rise back up. Bringing those legs back to a wide stance or wide position. Left arm goes behind your left glute. Remember, we're going to do these hip presses here. I think we did 5 last time, so let's do 5 again. So bring that right arm up and over. Remember, using the breath. Inhale, we lift up. Exhale, we lower. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower. The feet are like windshield wipers, moving up and down. Inhale up. Exhale, down. Inhale up. Exhale, down. Last one. Inhale up. Good. Bring the right hand down to meet the left. Come onto the left or the right toes. Either stay here, maybe lower to get that IT band stretch as much as you can, or we do 5 push-ups. All right, let's do it at your own pace. 1, 2, I know these are hard. 3, 4, last one. 5, good. Let's bring that left leg up and back, 3-legged dog. Exhale, lower the left foot to meet the right. Downward facing dog. Good. Press into the fingers. We're going to meet in a squat position at the front of our mat. So walk, float, do whatever you want to get there. Good. Straighten that spine. If you need to sit on the block here, then go ahead. If your heels are not touching the ground, I recommend you work on your ankle flexibility, because being in this squat position is a very foundational movement. It's very good for the body. And if you can't bring the heels down, that's okay, but just try and work on flexibility of the hips and flexibility of the ankles. And the more you sit down into this squat or attempt to, the better you're going to get. The more used to it your body is going to become. Good. Let's lower the hips and meet in boat pose. So thighs or shins parallel to the ground. Maybe engage your pelvic floor. Engage the core. Engage the pelvic floor. Point the toes. Point those fingers forward. Holding in this nice boat pose. If you want, you can bring the heels down, that's fine if you're tired. Otherwise, stay here. Or inhale, lower to low boat. Reach those arms up and over the head. This nice hollow body. Shaking, I'm shaking like crazy. If you are too, that's okay. It's good. Bring the hands back forward. Inhale, back up to boat. Let's do 2 more of these. Inhale, low boat. Up into boat pose. Inhale, low boat. Move back up into boat pose. Last one. Low boat. Boat pose. Good. Hold this boat pose. We're going to move through a squat back into a chaturanga, upward dog, downward dog. So however you want to get there, try to do it in one nice sweep. So reach forward, bring the heels down, float back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Good. Inhale, lower those elbows for a dolphin pose. Reach the chest towards the thighs, pressing in to the fingers, to the hands. Now, option to stay here. It's a difficult pose in and of itself. Or if you have a headstand in your practice, do this very mindfully, please, only if you have a headstand. Bring the crown of the head down, walk those feet forward, and then one by one, lift your legs. Reach the feet up towards the sky for a headstand, pressing in to your forearms, to the elbows. Let's hold it here for 5 breaths. There should not be pressure on the neck. You should not be moving the neck. If you're in dolphin, breathe through it. Continue to breathe. Let's lower the feet down, maybe one leg, and then the other. Meeting back in a dolphin pose, lifting the head, then pressing into the hands, back into downward facing dog. Good. Bring the feet together. We're going to meet again in a squat, however you want to get there. We will all meet in a squat position. Slowly. Good. Roll out the wrists a bit. Lower the hips down. We're going to come into a reverse tabletop. So bring the hands behind you, fingers pointed towards the front of the mat. Inhale, lift up those hips. Good. Really reach the hips up. Now we're going to come into a modified floating stick or L sit. So as we exhale, we lower the hips and we extend the legs. Keep the hips hovering. And then we inhale, lift the hips back up. If you want to lift the feet, that's fine. If you can do that, that's great. Exhale, reach the hips back between the hands. Inhale, lift back up. Exhale, reach the hips. Maybe float the feet. Exhale, or rather inhale, reach the hips back up. Move the hips forward, lower them down right behind the heels. Take a deep breath, lift that chest. Exhale, bend the elbows. Keep the elbows from flaring out. Keep them kind of parallel, reaching the back. Feel that nice stretch in the shoulders. We did a good amount of shoulder work, so it's good to stretch them out. Inhale, straighten those arms. Let's extend the legs. Bring the hips back. Take a deep inhalation. Exhale, let's fall forward for a nice forward fold. Now, always lead with the chest, or not always, but in this case, because we want to really isolate the hamstrings, let's lead with the chest in order when we fold forward. Try and reach those forearms down to the mat. So trying to get the elbows down before you reach for the feet. Try and really get those forearms down before worrying about grabbing the feet. A few more breaths here. Nothing left that's strong. It's simply the cool down now. So Maybe extend that exhale. Start to focus on breathing 3 or 4 seconds in, and then exhaling 5, 6, 7 seconds, whatever you can do, just to give yourself that extra bit of relaxation. Come back to your intention, why you're here, why you're doing this. Be proud of yourself for moving, investing in you. It's the best investment you can make. You will become a better person for yourself and for everybody in your life as a result. That's why we do it. That's why we practice. Not only yoga, but any form of physical activity. Mental practices, spiritual practices, which yoga encompasses all three. That's why I love it. Inhale slowly, move back up. Let's reach the hips kind of towards the center of the mat. Lower down slowly. Good. Cross that right foot over the left thigh. Reach between that hole you made. Grab the shin or the back of the left thigh. Keep the feet flexed. And then pull that left knee towards your chest. Supine pigeon here. Obviously very nice stretch for the glutes, which we did a fair amount of work on. Exhale, let's lower the left foot. You can either keep your legs here or cross your right leg further over the left. Scoot the hips to the right, drop the knees to the left. Right arm can be straight out to the right. You can use your left hand on the right knee to put further weight and deepen this twist. Very good for the lower rib cage, the spine. Breathe here. Deep breaths in and out through the nose. Inhale, let's come back to center. Uncross those legs. Let's do the other side. So cross that left foot over the right thigh. Reach in between that hole that you make. Grab the shin or the thigh. And then pull that right knee towards your chest. Remember to keep the feet flexed. Lower that right foot. Either keep the legs as they are or cross that left leg over the right. Scoop the hips to the left and then drop the knees. Left arm extended straight or in cactus. Place your right hand on the left knee if you want to simply deepen this stretch.
Inhale, come back to center. Uncross the legs. Bring the heels towards the glutes or the hips. Your hands out to the sides of you. And then press the hips up for a little bridge pose, just to kind of finish off. And a little neutral posture. Well, it technically is a slight back bend, but since we did a lot of folds, it's nice to counter it and finish feeling balance in the body. Exhale, let's lower. Grab those, or rather bring the knees towards the chest. Hug those knees in. Let's grab the outsides of the feet for happy baby. Really pulling those knees down towards the mat. Maybe pulling one foot and then the other. If you want to straighten one leg, or both, or one or the other, then go ahead. Good. Hug the knees back into the chest. And let's make our way up into a seated position. Seated down on the mat. We'll finish up with a very quick breathing exercise or pranayama. Anulom Vilom or alternate nostril breathing. Very simple, basic pranayama breathing exercise in yoga. So alternate nostril breathing, the way you do it is simply you take your right hand, you bend the index and middle finger, or you can keep them straight and place them on your third eye. But I like to keep them bent, it just works better for me. You close your right nostril with the thumb and your left nostril with the ring finger. We always start with the breathing from the left nostril, so in through the left nostril, and we always end through an exhalation of the left nostril. So let's do several rounds, just like a few minutes, just to end this practice. So grab a seat. You can just be in an easy pose. I'm in a half lotus. And then bring that hand up towards your face. Take a deep breath in. Exhale the air out. And then close that right nostril and then begin breathing in through the left. Close that left nostril, open the right. Exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Close right, open left, exhale. Hopefully you have your eyes closed. If not, please close them. Inhale through the left. Close left, open right, exhale. Inhale through the right. Close right, exhale left. Inhale left. Close left. Exhale right. On your own now, you know how it goes. Inhale right. Keep going, just a few more rounds. If you want to add retentions or breath holds at the top, then feel free. You can hold just a few seconds before your next exhalation. Let's all do one last round, so finish up with an exhale from your left nostril. Keep those eyes closed. You can either sit here for a few more minutes in silent meditation, or come onto your backs for Shavasana, spending a few minutes there, just to end this practice with stillness before moving on to the rest of your day or your evening. Thank you everyone so much for practicing with me. I hope to see you again here on the mat. Have a great day or a night. Thank you.